in probably the last maybe 40 years, or probably a little more, maybe 50, no one has cheated the church like from the music, I don't know whether to call it industry. They were in the choir, they were leading praise, they ended up in the words. All they ever did was to use the church. They used the church, used the church, used the church to make themselves popular.
Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan ló ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Body of Christ, ó dẹ̀ ti pè fún pé ká dá sí, because Pastor Chris Oyakhilome, Pastor Christ Embassy, so ó ti jáde síta, ó ti sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn olórin. Ó ní pé church yóò groom wọn tán, church máa rí talent, church máa support talent, wọ́n máa groom talent tán, wọ́n máa wá di pé wọ́n máa wá yapa kúrò ní church, wọ́n máa lọ sí ibòmíì, ìmíì inú wọn into the secular world, into the secular music. Pastor Chris ti sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí, ó dẹ̀ ti wá pè fún ìdásí, torí ẹ̀ ló jẹ́ kí n gbé content yìí kalẹ̀. So watch the video. When you watch the video, we'll now analyze it.
Look at history long before 50 years that I just mentioned. Long before then, you'd see many worldly singers that started in the church. They were in the choir, they were leading praise, they ended up in the words. What most of them have ever done is to use the church. And if you look at history long before 50 years that I just mentioned, long before then, you'd see many worldly singers that started in the church.
So Pastor Chris sọ̀rọ̀ pé àwọn olórin máa ń fẹ́ leverage lórí church. So tó máa ti fi church rí financial benefit tán, wọ́n máa yapa, wọ́n máa kúrò ní church. Wọ́n máa kúrò ní church. Ìmíì ni wọ́n gan tẹ̀lé má ti kúrò. Kó lọ ta kó lọ kó àwọn nǹkan tí ò dáa, àwọn satanic ideas, kó wá gbé wá no church, kó máa fi influence, kó máa fi lé àwọn tó kù nínú church, kó máa fi lé àwọn sí secular world. So Pastor Chris ní valid point nínú ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ yìí, but at times no, mo like kí church celebrate a talent, can we talent, but it's now common that church will celebrate a talent and within the 2 years they máa fi blow by, wọ́n á fi church wọn lẹ̀. I hate it when people don't prioritize their local church. So why are you leaving? Except if there's an instruction from God for you to go, to leave that church. But if there's no valid reason, if there's no valid point, you were not supposed to leave that church, because that church is your local church, that church is where you should serve. Ó ti wá popular láàrin àwọn gospel ministers nísìn, they don't want to serve their local church. They feel like their local church is small, their local church is too small to carry the weight of their fame now. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ó pè fún ìdásí gidi. So if you're a gospel minister and you're listening to me and fame has already caught all over you, if you're a gospel minister and you're listening to me and you have fame, people have known you for what you're doing. Are you prioritizing your local church? You've leveraged on your local church. Why are you now abandoning them? Except if God asks you to do so. So Pastor Chris' concerns is valid, but at the same time, if you don't forget, Pastor Chris called out some individuals recently about leaving his church, about getting the financial benefits they got from the church and left the church just like that. Pastor Chris Soro, Testimony Jaga too testified, kí a reflect dada, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Body of Christ. What are you bringing into the gospel world? Ènìyàn lè tipasẹ̀ rẹ̀ ṣubú, and I don't know why individuals are not mindful of these things. Your heart, they said something that you are the Bible they read now. Ẹ̀yin ni àwòkọ́ṣe táwọn èèyàn ń wò. Anything you do on social media will always be there. Your children will bounce back to it. If you feel that what Pastor Chris said is valid, is something that is important, that should be treated in our world, in our dispensation, you can hit the subscribe button. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. turn on the notification bell for another new episode of Trending News Stories with Musmola Ajibade. So don't forget to like I said, and turn on the notification bell so that you get more videos from me. See ya till I come your way.